What's going on, everyone? I'm Starvin, and today we're turning trash into food, not the bike, unless you have pica. Very first thing you want to do before you start doing this is get your area prepped. I've already done what I could. I wanted to put down newspaper at first, cover everything, suppress all the weeds, but I couldn't find any. I asked the store clerk if they had any free newspaper they were giving away, and they told me to use the internet. I said, I'm not reading it, I'm using it for my garden. She said, oh, that's cute, thanks. The other thing is I wanted to put compost on top of that, but I couldn't find any, and I don't want to wait any longer to do this. So we're gonna do it anyway. Just gonna raw dog it. First thing we're gonna have to tackle is what to do with all this. I know what all this stuff is, but you don't. First thing we're gonna do is tackle this. Now, you might know what these are, and you might not. Before I tell you what they are, I'm gonna tell you why I got these for free. These are contaminated as hell. All kinds of mold and nasty bacteria and stuff like that. You haven't figured out what this is yet. These are mushroom bags. I got these for free because there was someone that was giving away a whole bunch of them. Just like they were last year. Now, if you were to try and grow this stuff inside, you'd probably kill somebody. We're not doing that. My original intention behind using these was to fertilize this area with an organic source of potassium, which is kind of hard to get considering I don't want to buy chemical fertilizer because it's crap. But at the same time, these mushroom bags provide something else that a lot of other commercial fertilizers don't. And that's what's called the mycorrhizal network. I don't exactly know how many of these I got here, but I already got my rough area I want to plant. Just gonna toss them in the rough spots where I kind of want them to be. No big deal. I wouldn't be surprised if I found a couple of mushrooms growing on these things. I'm so glad I figured out a way to secure this POV mount to my chest. Oh, it makes things so much easier. I just wish I was able to get the results I can get from making these videos. In that case, if you made it this far, might as well subscribe if you want to see the rise or the downfall of Starvin. Either it works or it doesn't. I know I want to do content creation. I've had that dream for a long time. I've pursued it a few different times, but there's always been some kind of bullshit factor getting into the way, like life, or the fact that you lose a lot of privacy when you blow up, if you blow up. Now, at this point in my life, I'm pretty cool with that. I'm basically starving. I got an employer that doesn't pay me worth a fuck. But yeah. Life has been kind of a bitch of a time. This may seem excessive, and it is, but at the same time, these are free, and I want as much food as possible. Last year when I did this, I used 30 of them. Actually about the same as last year. Last year I used 30, this time it's 34. 33 and a half. As you can see, this is a very complicated process. Dispersing the culture, making sure everything is sterile. Oh, there's a mushroom growing on that one right there. Ooh, it's a good size one too, fuck. Nice. Now I would have had this, same setup from last year, but the problem was I got really busy with work and everything got really overgrown. So I decided to mow it down. Now I'm hoping there'll be at least one or two people that might have made it into the point of this video, however far we happen to be into it after editing. It would be really cool if you subscribed. It makes me happy knowing that I help make someone's life better. There's a lot more I can do than just fish, Well, there's a lot of stuff I can do. I'm a pretty good cook, regardless of what you saw in the Akudak video, if you happen to see it. I did film a couple of videos back here too, if you're interested. They're kind of dumb, but one of them's more of a story time type of thing than anything else. And no, I actually never looked this up anywhere. I just did it, and it works. So, the way the mushrooms culture themselves is that they have to be the dominant fungal force in order for them to culture and fruit prolifically. So if this isn't the dominant fungal force, I don't know what the hell is. Yeah, sure, there's probably microplastics and all this shit, but like there is everything else. There's a very sophisticated technique in order to break these apart effectively for optimum mycorrhizal growth. You need to watch closely, pay close attention. Bitch! Okay, I'll stop. Switch over to this. Yeah, I know I'm using the wrong side of the rake. I'm just spreading this stuff out. This doesn't have to be perfect. Just trying to spread it out, just to level it off a little bit. That's all. Oh. It doesn't have to look perfect, it really doesn't. Now on to this shit. You haven't guessed what's in here already. Leaves. Now, by the end of this is gonna seem like a lot, and it is. But I'm also compensating for the decrease in volume over time when the ground starts to break down leaves. Well, you know, in the long and short of it. I'm sure none of these trees got any special treatment because they don't really use any chemicals around here. They're all a little different. That's cool. All right, well, I got 3 extra bags of leaves. It's starting to look like Halloween already around here. Anyway, let's spread these out. It's gonna seem excessively thick at first, but once they get wet and collapse down, it'll be fine. If you made it this far in the video, you really should consider subscribing. We'll come in and plant this tomorrow. And it's 5 days later and I can finally finish what I started. We are going to plant some green onion bottoms. I got these from work, cost me nothing. It's about 1 case worth of green onion. I cut them a little long, but that's fine. I'm a selfish bastard. You might notice these here. I did do those a couple of days ago, but they didn't look very good, so I figured I'm gonna get these. Anyway, I'll keep all of those there, that's fine. I'm just gonna clear out a spot in the soil. I'm not gonna dig down at all. Just clear out enough to get a little bit open space. Not super worried about this being perfect because nature's not perfect. That's fine. Now, as I do this, I'm going to remove the rubber bands. Pull it off, hold the end of it, and place it in there. They don't have to be perfect. These are all going to be stacked all next to each other. It's going to be a big block of green. Probably edit this part out because I know it's going to be boring as fuck. I want to get this as good as I can get it. I'm not a perfectionist by any means. And Jeff, you better go fishing with me. If you don't, I'm going to beat you to death with an ugly stick. This looks like it might not work. Oh, it will. Let's give it a couple weeks. Normally you water this in, but I didn't because it's raining. Now here's something I wanted to show you last time. The other day we were out here. I have plants in here somewhere. There it is. That little thing right there. There's roots all through this, but it's not what you expect. That right there is a very tiny stinging nettle. And that is the root from last year. Looks like that. Starts off as that. But yeah, only thing I didn't say earlier was after you lay all your leaves down, water the absolute shit out of it and start planting, start putting stuff in there as soon as you possibly can. Just keep in mind, nature is slow. Subscribe if you learned something, fuckers.